Hi everyone, welcome to Single Value. So today we're going to talk about Roblox's IPO, and it's an exciting one. This is a gaming platform where you can do so much onto it. It is mostly popular with a younger age group, though we're investors and we're looking at this company on a financial aspect, of course. So I'm just going to play this trailer, and it's going to hopefully help you understand more about this company, because obviously you probably haven't used it, but do let me know if you've used it and how you felt about it. Alright, let's go.
Hi, this is Dave, the founder of Roblox. Our story begins in 1989 with this simple block. We programmed a 2D simulated physics lab called Interactive Physics, which would later go on to influence our approach to building the groundwork for Roblox. Students around the world used interactive physics to see how two cars would crash or to build destructible houses. It was astonishing to see what these kids and teens were designing, and we wanted to replicate that capability on a much grander scale. So with my co-founder Eric, we began building the core components that would become the basis for the Imagination platform. Roblox soon began to take on a life of its own. We worked continuously to get the platform closer to our ultimate vision. We soon allowed our players to begin outfitting their avatars with shirts, body colors, faces, hair, head shapes, and more. This was a huge hit for our players, to say the least. The more features we added, the more we saw our concurrent player numbers increase. Since 2006, we've expanded Roblox onto new devices and hardware ranging from smartphones to VR. We have hundreds of millions of people playing, imagining, and building together, and it's growing faster every day. So remember, the next time you imagine something, no matter how simply you start, there is a universe waiting to be created. Roblox, powering imagination.
Alright, so you just got a good idea of what that's all about. It's a gaming platform, it has developers, it has a lot of people engaging, creating little apps, games, costumes, and yeah, Roblox is doing incredibly well off it. For every dollar you spend on its in-game currency, Roblox creates 50 cents in free cash flow, which is really incredible. This is a company that was valued at $4 billion in February, and on the recent financials, $8 billion. So they're expected to list in the next few weeks, and it's likely to be at this $8 billion valuation. We're going to explore the financial numbers first, and then we're going to decide if, say, like this $8 billion valuation is potentially worth it or not. So you can kind of see this picture, like it's all about creativity, creating new characters, being unique, and then just engaging with a lot of different people. As it's put, Roblox advertises that the majority of its users are under the age of 13, and according to CNN, about 75% of American children aged 9 through to 12 play Roblox regularly with friends. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever had that experience where when you were young, you played a game and you kind of interacted with everyone, and yeah, like everyone played it. It was something that if you didn't play, it just didn't seem cool, right? Like back in my days, we played RuneScape, and I think that game is still doing really well. But of course, it seems like Roblox is also doing really well as well, particularly with this age 9 to 12 age group. If 75% of American kids are playing this game, that's really incredible. Alright, let's jump into the prospectus and see how the numbers are going. So they've got 31 million daily average users, and they've got 22 billion hours engaged from that 31 million users, and from that they get $589 million in revenue for the 9 months of 2020. And out of that, and also they've booked $1.2 billion in bookings, which is basically when people buy in-game currency, they book the cash, but they don't actually book it as revenues yet. Hence they're just bookings, but that's a lot of money in bookings. They've got 345 million in operating cash flow, which is kind of really good for the company. It just gives you an idea that as this company grows, they just book more and more in revenue. And I've just given little snippets here to show you what the developers are thinking, what the gamers are thinking. As a developer on Roblox, I've learned that games aren't always about winning. Some are sort of challenging, and some are about creating experiences you wish to share with others. I like Roblox because there are so many different games, and it helps kids have fun and be creative. Roblox brings the creativity out of every individual. I'm grateful to be part of a community that pushes each other to succeed. The best part about Roblox is chatting online with all my friends from around the world, so you kind of get the idea of what it's all about, right? All these quotes just really push your imagination to think about what this company is all about, right? The limitless possibilities Roblox has unlocked for me has changed my life for the better. The tools, community, and experience Roblox has given me turned my passion to a career. So, sounds like this is one of the developers. And I've just got a mixture of developer, gamer. I enjoy playing Roblox because it's super engaging, and the developers are passionate about their games. I've grown a lot as a developer by using the platform. Roblox helped me grow my passion for game creation while enabling me to be creative. Roblox has enabled me to grow both personally and professionally. It's been a rewarding opportunity creating amazing experiences that touches the lives of millions of players worldwide with my team at Shark Fin Studios. And there you go, you can kind of see him, this developer, creating a kind of game in the gaming platform itself. And this guy's 21 years of age, so it kind of shows that it's kind of like opening this whole new domain for people to just like create their own like games and then selling it to younger kids. And yeah, you can kind of see like by this picture, it's all about creativity. There's no limits in that sense. You're only limited by your creativity. Alright, so let's jump into some numbers. I know there's some numbers down here, so we'll go into these ones first. Yes, so daily active users. Roblox grew 47% from 12 million daily active users in 2018 to 17.6 million users in 2019. So you can see that's a nice impressive amount of growth for just 1 year. And then from 2019, they grew to 82% from 17.1 million users for the 9 months ended September 30th, 2019. To 31.1 million users this year. So you can kind of see like they're growing really quick from 12 million to 17 million, 17 million to 31 million, and things aren't stopping, right? If we can imagine that if they can continue this growth year on year, soon every kid around the block is playing this game. And we know with games, the more people that play it, the more momentum it just creates. So we can also see the hours engaged. It grew 45% from 9.4 billion hours to 13.7 billion hours in 2019. So the growth in hours should correlate with the user growth if we're going to have the average amount of players playing a very similar amount of time. So we can kind of see like 47% growth in users, 45% growth in hours engaged. In here, from 2000, it grew 122% from 10 billion in 2019 to 22 billion for this year. So you can kind of see like this year the users grew 82%. Whereas the gaming hours engaged was 122%. So more people were joining, but they were but more people were playing more hours than usual as well. So that kind of explains also because everyone's inside right now, so they've got more time to game. So unlike here where it was 47% growth in users and 45% growth in hours played, here it's 82% growth in users and 122% growth in hours played. So you can see users are clearly playing it a lot more. Revenues grown 56% from 312 million in 2018 to 418 million in 2019, which is pretty good, and in a 68% growth last year to 588 million this year. So you can kind of see that is impressive itself, the revenue growth, the user growth, the hours engaged, and the bookings itself, which is the money people are spending online. So 39% growth in 2018 from 499 million to 694, but it's grown even more substantial from last year to this year, 171% from 458 million to 1.2 billion dollars in bookings. So there we go. How incredible is that number itself? For the 9 months of last year, which was about 458 million, to this year, 1.2 billion dollars. So that itself just gives you an idea of the financials that are coming into this company. And yeah, I wouldn't worry about the losses because this company is showing so much momentum. Net losses was 97 million and 86 million in 2018 and 2019. So a slight decrease in the loss that they made from 18 to 19. And 46.3 million and 203 million for 2019 and 2020. So they made a massive loss this year of 200 million from the 46 that they lost last year for the 9 months. But of course, I think the game itself is focused on growth, so that itself is alright. Net cash flow, which is the part that we're really focused on, and it's showing a really good result, was 101 million for 2018, 99 million for 2019, but 345 million for 2020 for just 9 months. So just 9 months, they've made 340 million in net cash flow, which is incredible. So yeah, those financials are already selling me anyway. Like, I'm looking at this company and I'm thinking to myself, this is an incredible company that I definitely think justifies the 8 billion valuation. And of course, the fact that this company is growing so quick, I think, it definitely can warrant a valuation of even double the 8 billion, because based on the future growth, and in this sort of platform isn't easily replicated. It takes a long time to grow. As we kind of looked at that explanation about the company itself, it started in 2014. Gaming platform was released it started in 2004, to rephrase. The game platform itself was released in 2006, and it's taken until now to build up to where it is. So it isn't easy to just build something from scratch and then build that user base, but this company has, and it's doing so well off it. So we can kind of see, we went through those revenue numbers, 588 million revenue for this year, and we can kind of see cost of revenue has increased, of course. Developer exchange fees has gone up to 209 million from that 72 for the 9 months last year. Infrastructure and trusts and safety, 185. You'd expect with increased revenues that costs are going to increase as well. Sales and marketing was 64 million, up from 28. Actually, that was general administrative expenses. Sales and marketing itself was 42 million, up from 31. So you can kind of see that total costs and expenses was 794 million, and it's up from 400 million from a year ago. So it definitely means they made but for them, I don't think they're too worried in the scheme of things, because this company is growing very, very quick, and I think they're very focused on continuing to growing this user base. As you can kind of see, like the bookings, that they basically tripled their bookings to 1.2 billion. So it's all about growing that user base, and in time, those financials kind of just follow up with everything. Yeah, so as you can see by the bookings, they've really grown so much, from 457 to that 1.2 billion. So yeah, I think it's really, really good for the company. We can kind of see the cash reserves as well is particularly healthy, from 227 million to 300 million, and now they hold 800 million. So yeah, like the cash situation is healthy. If they're losing about 200 million for the 9 months, they probably have at least 2 to 3 years of runway on finances. So I think that should get into profitability, and after that, they probably won't need to raise money anymore. And I think the metrics itself is very, very compelling. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like, personally, I think this company is probably worth in the region of probably at least 10 billion, if not on the higher peak of 15 billion, based on the current potential of the company itself. But of course, if the market opens a bit higher than at 10 billion, I'd still feel like it was justified to be buying into it. But if it opens above 15 billion, I would probably back away, because I think the valuation might be a bit too high at that stage, where it just values too much success at that stage. But yeah, like if they come on at 8 billion, then I'm definitely saying this is a good company to invest in. The potential growth itself is incredible. And yeah, like I don't think I would have any hesitation in going, this was a good company to get into. But let me know what your thoughts are. Of course, you might have played this game and you didn't like it or something, or you did like it, or you don't think the valuation is justified. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Until then, yeah, good luck investing, everyone.